I-7 Vestigial Features of the Human Body. Vestiges are remnants of evolutionary history footprints or tracks, as translated from the Latin vestigial. All species possess vestigial features, which range in type from anatomical to physiological to behavioral. More than 100 vestigial anomalies occur in humans. The following list explores 7 of them. Palmar grasp reflex. The palmar grasp reflex is a characteristic behavior of human infants, developing as early as 16 weeks gestational age, when the fetus begins to grasp the umbilical cord in the mother's womb. Early research found that human newborns, relying on their grasp reflex, could hold their own weight for at least 10 seconds when hanging by their hands from a horizontal rod. By comparison, monkey infants, which possess a similar involuntary grasping behavior, were able to hang from one hand for more than half an hour. The reflex is essential for monkey infants, enabling them to cling to the mother's body fur. But humans, who evolved out of an arboreal existence and lost the covering of fur over the body, presumably no longer require that powerful grasp. Human infants typically begin to lose the reflex around 3 months of age. Despite its diminished strength and loss in early infancy, some researchers think that the grasp reflex may retain important functions in humans. Tails. In the 6th week of gestation, the human embryo possesses a tail, complete with several vertebrae. In the next couple weeks of development, however, the tail disappears, and over time the vertebrae fuse to form the coccyx, or tailbone, in the adult. Humans and their ape relatives are distinguished from other groups of primates in part by their taillessness, though it is unclear why apes lost their tails. On rare occasion, a human infant is born with a vestigial tail. In modern medical literature, such tails lack vertebrae and typically are harmless, though some are associated with spina bifida, failure of the vertebrae to completely enclose the spinal cord. Tails in human infants typically are removed through surgery without complication. Wisdom teeth. As the human species migrated out of Africa, it came to populate a variety of habitats, and eventually human civilizations developed. Coincident with those events was a shift in the human diet toward the consumption of soft and processed foods, which gradually eliminated the need for large, powerful jaws. With a reduction in human jaw size, molars, particularly the third molars or wisdom teeth, became highly prone to impaction. Increasingly, wisdom teeth are congenitally absent. As a consequence, they are now considered a vestigial feature of the human body. Nictitating membrane. The plica semilunaris is a fold of conjunctiva at the inner corner of the human eye. Its likeness to the nictitating membrane, or third eyelid, of other animals led to the idea that it might be the vestige of such a structure, which is still part of the eye in some primates, including gorillas. In the chimpanzee, however, one of the human species' closest relatives, the plica semilunaris also appears to be vestigial. The function of the nictitating membrane in many animals is protective, for example, keeping the eye clean and moist or concealing the iris from predators. In some species, the membrane is sufficiently transparent so as to enable vision when underground or underwater. Though the reason for the loss of a nictitating membrane in humans is unclear, changes in habitat and eye physiology may have rendered the tissue unnecessary. Auricular muscles. The auricular, or extrinsic, muscles of the human ear include the anterior auricular muscle, the superior auricular muscle, and the posterior auricular muscle. Together, they control the pinna, or the visible part of the ear. In many mammals, ear movements produced by the auricular muscles play a role in sound localization and the expression of emotion. But in humans, the muscles are considered non-functional. Darwin proposed that humans effectively capture sounds by positioning the head to receive them, thereby compensating for the loss of or eliminating the need for the auricular muscles. Through repeated effort, however, humans can recover some ability to wiggle their ears. Palmaris longus muscle. Research has indicated that the palmaris longus, a thin strip of muscle running between the wrist and the elbow, is absent from both arms in about 10% of humans. The muscle presumably functioned in grip, with some speculation that it was of particular importance for hanging. In modern humans, however, the muscle's absence has no impact on grip strength. Today, the palmaris longus is commonly harvested as a source of tissue for tendon grafting and reconstructive surgery. pyramidalis muscle. The pyramidalis muscle is a paired, triangular-shaped muscle that, when present, is located in the lower abdomen between the muscle and muscle sheath of the rectus abdominis. The pyramidalis muscles vary in size and in number, with some people having 2, 1, or none. They may serve to contract the linea alba, an activity that is considered irrelevant to the function of the abdominal muscles. Researchers have estimated that one or both pyramidalis muscles are present in about 80% of the human population.